Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are live on integration calculus. So can you see integration calculus? Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. So we have the general formula we are going to be using now for integration, which is n in form of power. We have the integral sign, we have the x, we have the power, we have dx. So how should we interpret it? So if you want to solve that, you use okay, sorry. So if you want to solve that, we are going to use this approach. You add 1 to that n, add 1 to that n, this n, add 1 to it. So can you see? Then use everything to divide the function. Use everything to divide the function. Then you add plus c. That means you have solved the function, or that is the fundamental formula for the integration. Okay, what we are going to do now is, let's see some of this formula. Let's see some of this formula. So can you see? Can you see the sum of formula? We have cos x dx. Basic integral for that is sine x plus c. So after integrating, when this leave, there will be a c that will be left. So we are having this will change to minus cos x, then plus c. So what does that mean? Student, anytime you are integrating sine x, you are going to have a negative cos. Anytime you are differentiating cos s, you are going to have a negative sign. So that is how it works. So integral of sine x dx will give us minus cos x, then plus c. So anytime you are dealing with integral sign dx, you are going to be putting plus c as part of your answer. So 1 over x dx is ln x plus c. All of these are what you are going to take note of for us to solve any question under integration successfully. So now you're going to see something here. You see this ax, that is, there might be a constant. If there is a constant, what we are going to do is, if it is sine, it will be negative first. Then you say 1 all over that constant. Can you say 1 all over that constant here? Then cos x. Then that constant will still be there. The function has not changed. So, but you are going to bring that constant out. That's 1 all over the constant. Then integral of sine ax will be minus cos ax. That's the reason for the negative sign here. Okay. So I want you to check. I want you to check the next one. See the next one. We have cos ax dx. Cos ax dx. So what is cos ax dx? So can you see that function, you are going to bring what? The constant out, and you divide that constant. That is, you put 1 all over the constant. So 1 divided by a, then sine that. Also, let's see sec square x dx. That will give us tan x plus c. So let's see c square ex dx. So we are going to have what? 1 all over 1 all over tan x. So we have that cosec x dx. So cosec x dx, can you see it very well? So I think it's clear now. Cosec x dx. Cosec square x dx. So can we say cot x plus c? Cosec square ax dx. Can you see it? Minus 1 all over a. That is, always bring out the constant, that is the number in front of x. Bring it out and write 1 all over that number. Can you see cosec as this s there? Just like I told you that anytime you have this sign, it's going to be negative. Cosec as well, anything cosec square theta, or you are going to have a negative sign for your integral sign, for your integral value. So let's look at this question here. So see this as exercises. Question 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, like that. So how do we solve that? Very clear. Can you see this? Solution 6 dx. Anytime you see a number only without x, a number only without s, what are you going to do? Add 1. It is assumed that there is x raised to power 0. Hope you didn't forget in mathematics that so write that, so you add 1 to the power of 0, divide that by 0 plus 1, so you still have it as 6. That was what happened here. Can you see? X 0 plus 1 divided by 0 plus 1, so you have it this one. You have it like this: 6x raised to power 1 divided by 1. So you are going to have 6x plus. So let's look at the second question. We have 8x dx. 8x dx. So what do we do? So you can take that 8 outside. This 8, take it outside. So ordinary x is the same thing as what? X raised to power 1. So if ordinary x is the same thing as x raised, add 1 to that power. So what do you do? When you add 1 to the power, what do you do? It becomes 2. When you take the whole of the power, you divide it by that particular x value you are dealing with. So you are going to have it like this. So that becomes x raised to power 2. So these 2 here you can have 2 here 1, 2 here 4. So what do? You have this as your final answer. So now this is 3x square dx, the integral of 3. So I will first bring that 3 out. So by bringing that 3 out, I have x squared dx. So what will I do to that? Then I will adding 1 to the power, then that will be 3, dividing it again. So can you see what I have here? So, but always that's the constant because you have started your intuition. So we have this, and from there you have this. So the next one, you can bring this number to the back of the integral sign. Bring this number to the back of an integral sign. So what do? You integrate this. So you add 1 to the power. When you add 1 to the power, then what will happen? You take everything. This is to divide. So that will be 6. X raised to the power 6 divided by 6. Don't forget that this is still multiplying because you only took it out to the back of the integral sign. So that you can integrate this x raised to the power 5. And what do you have after that? You have 5 multiplied by x raised to the power 6 over 6, then plus c. Then at the end of the day, you are going to have 5 times x raised to the power 6. You get this. Then you now have 4 times 6, you get 24. So since it's not divisible, you leave it like that, plus c. That's the final answer to that. Let's see another one. You have integral of 1 all over root x dx. So I can interpret it to be what? See my interpretation, that this particular root can be changed to raised to power half, the same thing. So if it is raised to power half, so I have what's it called? If I want to remove this 1 all over x raised to power half, I will put this there, bar, a bar sign. So you are going to see it as bar half. So that suggests that there is 1 all over everything. So that's the meaning. It means there's 1 all over x raised to power half. So here now it will now be easier for me to say plus 1 and divide through by any answer I get. So the next approach, add it plus 1. So you can also take everything to divide it. Then don't forget, always plus c. Always put your plus c there. Now when you do minus half plus 1, you're going to get half. So when you do minus half plus 1, you're going to get half. So do you see what I did there? So now what happens here is this is x raised to power half, then this is half. So for me to remove this fraction down here, I have to what? Multiply numerator and denominator by 2 so that the downward part fraction can be removed. So I have it as 2 multiplied by x raised to power half plus c. So I can also rewrite x raised to power half to be, I can also rewrite it to be root x. So 2 times root x. That will give us 2 root x plus c. And that will be the final answer for that. So you can pause the video, go back to watch any area you didn't understand clearly. So from there, I will give you this to do. So okay, we have integral of 1 over x dx. 1 over x is always ln x, so that's it. Nothing to solve there. When you integrate 1 over x, is ln x. So here, solve this. Pause the video and solve this. Solve this and drop your answer in the comment section, please. Drop your answer in the comment section. So again, we go another batch of it, and that is integration of polynomials. Integration of polynomials. So can you see we have some of these questions here? Is it clear? Can you see the screen? So this is integrations of polynomials. So let's start by solving the question. What do we look at this? So I'm about to integrate this. Look at this. So this will give us, the integral sign will go inside, integrate this, that's this. The integral sign will also come in to mean this guy. This is it. And also to this guy. So what do we do from there? We have to integrate it, integrate them one after the other. Integrate this, integrate this, integrate this. So you can take this number to the back of the integral sign, then you integrate this alone. So how do you integrate this alone? So you add 1 to the power, then you divide by 3. When you add 1 to the power, you get 3. So divide by 3. So you are going to get something like this. Do you see it? So when you integrate this, you will get this. This one that is outside is this. So with that, you can come back again to the second one. This is still having 1 as power. So 1 plus 1 is 2. That's why you can see 2 here. Can you see 2 here? So you divide it by that 2 as well. Okay, let's go to this last one. This one is just 7 dx. 7 dx. It means x raised to power 0. So plus 1. That will be 1. You divide by that 1. Then everything plus c. Then what do? You multiply this. You get 9. 2 times this is this one. Then minus this one can reduce this one. So minus 7 plus c. At the end of the day, you are going to get this as your answer. You get this as your answer. So any question, feel free to ask. Drop it in the comment section. And this is Yomi Akes, your Humanitarian YouTube channel. Science and fun channel. Thank you very much. Please make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon button. And this is how you can make the channel grow. Thank you very much.